The Triple XP weekend for Dying Light is now live. That's right, you can now level up 3 times faster across all skill trees until January the 3rd. And if you recently purchased the new Snow Ops bundle, you can also add another 20% to that by wearing the Winter Warrior outfit. The winter event will finally come to an end on January the 5th, and the community bounty to save survivors is continuing through this week, so if you haven't already taken part, then there's still plenty of time to get involved in that. The target has already been smashed though, so you'd only need to save 1 survivor now to qualify for the rewards after the event closes. You've only got 4 days though to take advantage of the Triple XP event, but you can take advantage of the Winter Bolter again this week to collect disaster relief packs. I hadn't even realised they were back this year, as they weren't even in the event trailer. If you haven't seen these before, then they're basically a variant of the bolters that spawn during the day, and when you look closely at them you can see snowflakes flowing over their blisters. Another cool detail this week is that when you find disaster relief packs in airdrops or quarantine zones, they now look like Christmas presents, so that's really cool. Of course, you could always go to the stuffed turtle and farm packs in there, but it does get a bit tedious in there after a while. And don't forget to switch your difficulty to Nightmare before handing the packs into the Core Master, as that will increase your XP by 10 times more on Legend levels. So with the Triple XP event plus 10 times XP on Nightmare, you're looking at 360,000 XP per pack on Legend levels this weekend. But if you're still building up your Survivor rank, then the amount you get on Nightmare will depend on the rank at the time of handing them in, and changes each time, but it's still worth doing, and don't worry, you can just quit and change back to normal mode after handing them in, so you don't have to carry on playing in Nightmare mode. Now, we saw in the recent event trailer that this week would be a Volatile Rush event, and that the reward for killing Volatiles would be the awesome Sword of Night from the Van Crane bundle. But if you read the Phase 2 event info in the main menu, you can see that the RGB Axe Pad from the Savvy Gamer bundle and the V40 Suspender from the Astronaut bundle are also up for grabs this week. And if you open the quests menu, you can see the 3 new quests on the list alongside the community bounty. Hypermode and Super Crane have been reactivated until the end of the event, so that means enhanced grappling hook, super strength and no fall damage, as we had earlier in the month. Now, I thought I'd start with the Volatiles Population quest, as it only requires you to kill 20 Volatiles in order to receive the Sword of Night. Of course, this will mean that you have to go out at night, and if you're not thrilled by that prospect, then you'll be even less so when you realise that the Volatiles are now super sensitive and will be coming at you as if they were virals whenever you make a noise. So a shotgun will definitely bring them all running, but thankfully should take care of them too. And a good place to camp out is in front of this safe zone again, as I did for the Ice Volatile event last week. The reason being that there are a couple of UV lights in the street here, and that will prevent you from being overwhelmed by the waves of Volatiles, and it also makes them easier to pick off from relative safety. It won't of course stop the biters from getting you though. Also, if you run out of time, then you can just hop over the fence to the safe zone and sleep back tonight again. Once you've completed the bounty, then the Sword of Night will go straight into your inventory, or if that's full, then it will go straight into your stash. It's a great looking weapon, but it really shines at night, as it not only glows in the dark, but if you hold it up against a light source, you can see that it also has little bats flying around it. This two-handed sword is also unique in that the amount of damage it does doubles at night time, and although it's not as powerful as the DLC version, the damage this reward one does is still respectable, as it's a gold weapon that has 7 repairs and a decent durability level, so it should last you. Okay, I'm sure that most of you are familiar with the Hypermode and Super Crane events by now, and if you aren't, then this Hypermode quest simply involves killing 150 zombies with your bare fists. And this time you'll receive the RGB X-Pad for it. To punch the zombies, just clear a space in your weapon loadout and select the blank one, and you'll see a fist appear in the bottom right of this screen. Then when you use the attack button, Crane will now smash the zombies square in the face. It also helps if you have at least 1 legend point added to your unarmed damage in order to really send them flying with your punches, and it's much more fun to see how much damage your super punches can dish out. It's worth pointing out though that you can actually use takedowns on the zombies, as for some reason these will actually count towards your total kills, so if you prefer to do things this way, then it will certainly work. Again, the reward will be given as soon as you completed the bounty, but as we weren't carrying a weapon for this bounty, the RGB Axe Pad will pop right into your hand. This one is a single-handed melee weapon from the Savvy Gamer bundle, which is basically just a tablet chained to a gas pipe. It does look really cool at night though, with its bright LED screen and flashing strip lights. It also creates an electrical effect after chain attacks that look especially cool in the dark when it's arcing between the zombies. The Super Crane event requires you to throw 150 zombies from the rooftops. Now you can physically throw them, or if you want a challenge you can use the grappling hook to fling them. All you need to do is find a good spot where there are a ton of zombies like on the bridge here, and then when you throw the grappling hook, keep holding the button until it's grabbed one and sent it flying. It's a bit like zombie fishing, to be honest. It does seem though that the bounty is a bit bugged this time, as the kills weren't registering every time for me. Even barging and kicking them off the bridge didn't always work, so you might need to be patient with this one before you get to 150. Once again though, the reward for completing the bounty will go either into your inventory or your stash, and this time it's the V40 suspender pistol. It's not a pistol that does much damage from the bullets alone, but the beauty of this one is that every 5th shot will freeze pretty much anything, and can also suspend the zombies in the air before smashing them down to the ground afterwards. So it's actually a really fun weapon to use, and completes the trio of weapon rewards for this event that all glow in the dark. I must point out though that all of these weapons are much weaker versions of the bundle ones, and really they're just an advertisement for the full bundles in my opinion. That's not to say though that they are a complete waste of time, and the events themselves are always fun to take part in. So all in all, it's been a pretty decent month of winter events to end the year and to see in the new one. The rewards for helping the survivors will be received a few days after the event has ended on January the 5th, and that could well be the last of the events we see before Dying Light 2 releases on February the 4th. Now, as much as I'm looking forward to Dying Light 2 and the prospect for new events and DLC coming in the future, I have to admit that I'm hoping that they continue to support the original game for a long time to come, as, let's be honest, it's still a lot of fun despite its age. So that's it for 2021, and I wish you all a happy new year. Sorry I've had a bit of a sore throat during this video, but if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more content like this in 2022, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!